I'm Bill. And that's Bill. And this is the Bill and Helen Show. Never gets old for me, Bill. I just think
yeah, no, so it doesn't me either.
So today, if we can move my thing, we're talking about how you can ensure your business's success. We've gone back to basics. And episode 4 is going to be all about why we don't act on certain things we know we have to do to make our business successful. But we're just, the bottom line is there's a fear there. So we're going to talk about how to overcome that fear today. And we want to give customers enough information, but not too much information. So what do you think, Bill, customers are most fearful of? Like, why would they not come back to someone's food truck, or why have they not returned?
Really, the only two things that chase away a guest would be the food wasn't what they expected. You know, if you're selling something with, say, Mexican flavors, they expect that kind of flavor. And if it's not there, they're probably not going to come back. And then the other thing that chases them away is just the guest service in general. If the people aren't friendly and outgoing, they don't feel really good about coming back. They don't want to be around that kind of person again. They may eat occasionally, but they won't eat as frequently. So you got to have those two things playing in concert.
Right. And, you know, I was thinking about this the other day. I was watching some of our older videos, and they are very general, but the content is right on. If you think about your business and you take what we're discussing on each of these episodes and apply it, your customers are going to feel like they can relate to you, and they're going to feel like they're closer to you, and they're going to want to come back. Because if they don't feel like, you know, your food relates to positive memories, right? We've talked about this. And when I eat apple pie, I think of my grandmother and being home for Thanksgiving. And that's like a very positive memory. So if you can make sure that your customers can relate in some way your food to a positive memory, then they're more likely to come back.
Exactly right. One of my earliest memories of something that I associated with food is we used to go watch the Cincinnati Reds play back in the day when they were winning all the time. And my dad would only eat one thing when he went to the stadium, and that was either the Brats or the Mets. I don't remember which one they are, and I don't even know what the difference is to this day in between those two food products. But he would always go order one. Right. And that was always, you know, just a big deal for us to go and stand in line with Dad and get that one thing he just loved to get. And he would only get it at Riverfront Stadium. So people attach those positive food memories to, you know, activities. We all have cookouts. We all have family reunions. And there's always going to be something there that we are reminded of when we see it out somewhere else. You know, you see coleslaw and you think of grandma's coleslaw. Mm-hmm. Or you see some other food product and it takes you all the way back to those really fond memories.
Corn on the cob.
Exactly.
Yes. And then let's just real quick, and we'll move to the next slide, because these trainings now are only 5 to 7 minutes, because that's how long y'all like to watch. Fear. So there's definitely some customers. I've been kind of going out to a lot of our customers that have mobile apps. I've been talking to the customers, asking why they've come back. I have actually ran into a few customers and asked them, have you been back to that food truck? And it was because they said that they weren't sure if they were following regulations. So just even if you can in some way maybe post that, you know, you guys are following all these CDC guidelines, that's important to some of your followers. Some of them are doing okay. They've got the shot, and it's hard. This is kind of a tough topic to bring up. But if they're not sure that you're doing what you need to do, then that may be a reason they're not coming back too. So let's move to the next slide. So our big thing is tell your story. So this is something we really, Bill, I'm encouraging, and I'm starting to set up calls. Like I've got one with Kawanda today. And then I think Lauren and I are getting again together with Double Trouble Food Truck. And we're going to start telling their story. Like, where did they start? When did they have the idea to start their food truck? Why are they cooking what they're cooking? You know, what is the story behind that? And as you tell the story and take, you know, your customers through your journey, they're going to feel like they are closer to you, and they're going to start telling other people, oh, these girls, they started this food truck and they've never done it before, and now they're successful. So I don't want to, you know, tell too much of a story because it's not my story to tell, but tell me what, I know, Bill, you've been doing this for so long, running food trucks and being successful. What do you think about that?
people need to know who you are as an owner because they feel that attachment to you personally. And they like having that little bit of inside information when they're talking to their friends. The friend says, hey, let's go grab some lunch. And they say, hey, I know the owner of this food truck. He's an awesome person. Let's go eat there. And then if the friend they're taking with them says, well, what do you know about him? They can give a couple of tidbits that they've read on your social media. And they say, yeah, he used to live in Kentucky, or they used to live in Philadelphia like the girls did. And that brings that authenticity to the food, and they understand a little bit more about you as a person and want to meet you and go eat your food. And as long as you deliver the good food and good service, they're going to come back and see you.
I love it. Yeah, I've got a couple of business owners that I'm working with that are really blowing up TikTok, and they're just showing their videos and they're recording every time they go out there, even if it's just for 30 seconds, even if you're sweaty over the grill, because we all know when we cook, we're sweating our butts off. We don't always look pretty, but you can take a quick video of your food and quickly post that. And if you don't know how to do that, feel free to schedule a 15-minute call with me. I'm happy to show you. But that is, when I see that food and I'm like, oh, all right, I'm gonna definitely go order from that food truck the next time they're in my area. So we need to talk about how to be awesome on camera. And what is the first step in learning to do so? So we need to remind ourselves, what was it that brought us where we are today? Like, we need to take that first step and go back. So tap into that reason. So, like, for example, Bill, why did you start doing what you do? How did you even get into this business?
Well, I was in college and I needed a job to work my way through college. And, fast food is an easy job for somebody with no experience to get. So I just went to a fast food restaurant that I enjoyed their food and figured, well, that's a good place to work. And, got a job. I was hired the day after Christmas in 1977. And, it just took off from there. The company I worked with started growing, and they started hiring managers just right and left. And when you get caught up in the excitement of seeing growth everywhere and a new store opening every week, you want to be a part of that excitement. So that's really what took me into being into food. And then my first food truck experience was having done it as a part of the restaurant. And I realized how much money we were able to generate. I could do it by myself and make more money than when I worked in the restaurant. So that's what kind of got me started, was just kind of worked into it gradually.
And I have to tell everybody, anybody who's watching this, Bill works with some food trucks that have mobile apps right now, one-on-one. It is 100% worth it. And he knows both sides. He knows if you want to talk about opening a restaurant, if you want to get into the business of food trucks, Bill knows he's the person to tap into. Because, and where I was going with when I created this slide was like, what is the reason that you get up in the morning? Like, what drives you? And if that is something that you can feed off of all day, that's great. But remember, when you're afraid to do something, like if you're afraid, like some people didn't know mobile apps were super easy to use and just let the orders come through. They thought it was something scary. So that's a fear. That takes up a ton of energy. And they said they were so nervous.
I'm reminded of a person I worked with a long, long time ago in a convenience store. They were a family-owned convenience store for like over a century. Not necessarily a convenience store, but they had stores, for over a century in the family. And he's doing a presentation for us, and he's talking about your goals. The reason that you do what you do have to wow you. So when you accomplish it, you are just absolutely stunned. Because some people set their goals so low as, well, I just want to get up tomorrow morning. Okay, well, you're probably going to do that anyway. So, what is getting you up? What is exciting you? And he always used to do this. He would say it should be a wow, the W and then the O, the excitement, and then the other W. And that really stuck with me, is your goal has to wow you when you accomplish it. You can set your goal for anything. You really can, if you just break it down into small chunks so that you can do it daily. Do it by the hour if you need to. But if you don't dream big enough, you'll just never feel like you're fulfilled enough. You'll always see something that you want to do that, darn, I wish I'd have done that. And just set your goals. Get up and make your life exciting.
Yes, write it down. And I think that's course 3 and 5, I feel like. But yeah, setting your goals and then also writing them down. Be sure to, if you don't write them down, I actually have two on the top of mine, two food trucks that have had like the same goal for 5 years. I said, well, are you going to act on it? Yeah, it's still an idea. It's all, but ideas, they formulate, and we're creative by nature. We're human and we're creative and we have all these amazing ideas, but if you don't take that first step, it's never going to happen. So I feel like that's the last slide for us. Yeah, because that's the next episode. So that's it for the Bill and Helen Show today. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments below. Share the information for Bill Moore, and he's got amazing training books. Lauren Bell also, and I think her sister's joining her. They do the room courses, and it's in the room. And if you're on the feed, we realize you have to hit the food truck training where it says that by your name, and then it will open up and show you where the room button is. So make sure you join. I haven't even had a chance to join, but what days are those? Do you know that she's on, Bill?
She was doing Monday, but a number of people have wanted a different time and a different day. So right now, there's nothing scheduled.
Okay.
She wants to get into be weekly, and it'll be either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah, well, watch out for that because we'll post about that. I know I had to move my calls to like bi-weekly. Every week was too much. And also we do a challenge and wasn't giving the food trucks enough time to meet the challenge. So we're doing ours bi-weekly. Plus, we know everybody's busy. So, all right, well, watch out for that. Make sure you check out Bill's books and possibly even sign up for a few hours with him. And he'll definitely point you in the right direction regarding operations. I'm always happy to help with marketing. And you can even book a call at no charge, no pressure. Easy. That's how we roll, Bill and I. And I think that's it.
I definitely agree. Y'all need to talk to Helen to get your marketing under control. That's going to make a big difference in your business. I cannot stress enough how you got to communicate with your guests, and definitely having the app as a way to communicate. Definitely your social media. So take advantage of the information that we're giving you guys. Call one of us.
I hope so. Yes. Anybody, you can always direct message me. I woke up this morning, I had like 3 direct messages. Facebook is great. Do if you can, because I've heard about different accounts being hacked, shoot your email to us too, and then we can either text or email. But right now my company also is doing marketing because we're a little bit backed up with getting the apps live. So if you are tired of social media marketing, we will do it for you at no charge. And that's kind of included for the small monthly fee. So if you have any other questions, let us know. But that's the Bill and Helen Show, and we'll see you guys again next week. Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
All right. I'm going to end and then come back in.
Okay.